Strauch and Biol. Let me go Strauch first. Couple of big blocks in there. Distribution a little bit off at times. You know, it is what it is. But defensively, I thought he held his own. Biol had like two big moments with Šeško. One in the first half where Šeško was running at him and Biol said, which side you going, which side you going, and just eased him off. Second half, Šeško did get the better of him, but it didn't amount to nothing. I don't think it did anyway. But yeah, I thought Biol was solid as well. And again, he was a doubt coming into this game. And again, you wouldn't believe it. Justin, I thought he was fine as well as our third centre-back / centre midfield. Yeah. But the two I want to highlight here are Ampadu and Tanaka. I want these two led by example today. And Tanaka pressing from the front was amazing. The amount of times he won that ball up high, started to move. He dispossessed Fernandes in the first half, I think about 3 times. He was absolutely unbelievable in that sense. Now, people, listen, I admit I've got biases towards Taka. It's all good when you got biases, but you have to admit them. But I still feel that was a good tackle by Martinez. But what a moment that would have been when he won that ball up high, went round Lamens, and if he just slid that in. But I think that was actually a good tackle by Martinez personally. But Tanaka's all-round game was good. I don't know if he's actually injured people. I don't think he is. I think that might have just been a ploy just to get him off and get Gruev on and save him for the Wolves game and just break up the game because Man United were on top at that point. But yeah, Tanaka was just, and it just made me think, without, you know, going into critical guy here, I want to stay passion merchant as much as possible. But I just wonder how many more points we'd have had if we'd just utilized Tanaka more over the season. Shouldn't be like keeping a talent like that on the bench. But Ampadu, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of midfield performance I'm talking about. When you're in a relegation battle like we're in, you need guys like that. He was unbelievable today, and I think he pressed for the first goal for OKAFOR. It was either the first or second. I don't know which one. I think it was the first. He was just unbelievable in that midfield. Unbelievable, man. And he was also leading people. We've often talked about we need to be a bit smarter. Ampadu was one of those smart ones, taking his time with the throw-ins, taking his time with free kicks here and there, killing the game like the leader he is. Just wonderful stuff. That's what you need in these kind of battles. He's absolutely unbelievable. And like I always say, when Tanaka's out this team, we definitely notice it. And Ali back again as well. Farke breaks 45-year hex after breaking 39-year-old hex. Yeah, he's done it. Yeah, the stats don't lie with that, do they? But yeah, shout out to him. But what I want to say in terms of Farke, I know some people will say, and I saw them earlier before the match finished, talking about needed subs and things like that. We were in control of that game. Maybe I would have put on someone like Longstaff a little bit earlier, maybe just take Aronson off as he was starting to fade a little bit earlier. But I thought he handled the game really well. And for me, with this team, sometimes we've not started the greatest. I think we've sat back too much. We were always going to sit back at some point at Old Trafford, people. It's unrealistic to think, even with a man advantage, that this team can go and just Ole for another 10 minutes. And I think that Ole period pissed Man United off, I'm not going to lie. We was Oleing for about 10 minutes or so. But we're always going to be under pressure at some point. But I think he managed the game really well, Farke. And the way that we started, I want to see it again. Don't revert back to type in the next game because it's a, on paper, easier opponent. Do this again. Go on the front foot. Let our wing backs be aggressive. Get Tanaka being expressive again. Pressing from the front. Let's do this again, people, and we'll be more than fine. We'll be more than fine, man. Big Vern in the house saying here, we will stay up as long as Tanaka plays. Yeah, he's. I've been saying it so long. And sometimes the thing is, when players don't get played by managers, people think that, well, there must be something wrong with the player. Absolutely not. Tanaka has literally been there the whole time. Quality has been there. And now we've seen it over the last 2 weeks. And I'm sure we'll see it again if he's fit for Wolves. I think he will. Yeah, Robert, absolutely. After the Ole period and Man United going on top, Robert's absolutely right here. The breather for Tanaka injury was key to resetting and settling us down. Absolutely true. Because then once that happened, we saw Bogle was holding on to the ball a bit. We were starting to pass it around again. Man United, Fernandes throwing his arms up, getting frustrated. The crowd were getting frustrated. We had them back where we wanted them after a very, very sticky period. Marcus here, Tanaka looks so confident. He's just... This is why when I put that video out, I think after Florian Plettenberg talked about Tanaka possibly leaving for 10 to 12 million euros, people, because he's not being played. That was his agent putting that out there as well, no doubt about it. But when you're hearing sums like that for a player of this quality, it's got to annoy you. It has to annoy you when you shouldn't be letting a player like this go, not for that kind of price. You know, he should have been paid much more, and we wouldn't be talking about £8 million. We'd be getting ripped off ourselves. Yeah, we'd be making a profit on the player, but nowhere near what we should be. But again, I don't want Tanaka and Purdue stack to go this summer. I want to build on top of those players. I want to build with those players and get better. That's how you push up the league. That's how you get up the league, and we've got to keep hold of those kind of players. The other ones that we've got that you know, he probably prefers more, trusts more, those are the ones that you have to kind of move on.